Hey again, guys. Gonna jump back on here for some odds and ends. I just went live with Pepino Man and Lou Rock and W Voz and Boom Sling and Pepino Man, he cut me off early, like we were on a date and he just wasn't feeling the vibe and just took me home. So now I have to get online and find another date. I've been picking a box and showing cards. I did the 1920s and 30s, cards from the teens and the 20s, and my last one on the 50s. But I realized, because when I was doing my strip cards, my phone conked out on me, and I had to finish it like the next day. And I realized that I missed out on some great cards. So I want to show you those first. And then I have something, man, from my childhood, a little factoid on kind of a debate we've been having on some of my videos and through the chat that I just wanted to bring up. And I'm going to post a link that I think you guys would have fun checking out. So first, we have 1925 Universal Toy, Zach Wheat. These cards came in a sheet of cutout cards. And you can still find the sheets. They're not common, but I have seen one before. And I have all the baseball players from this strip card set. And they're 1928 W565s. And these were multi-subject. And they had 4 baseball players in them. And the first is Lou Gehrig. And we have Tony Lazzeri. And Harry Heilman. Really good ball player if you're not familiar with him. And Al Simmons, another really good ball player. So those are the 4 baseball players in this set. I think they had boxers, actresses, stuff like that. And here's some cool strip cards. Here's a George Sisler, and I just love this card. And here's an interesting Rogers Hornsby. And it's interesting because it lists him as a shortstop, and he was a second baseman, and it has him batting lefty, and he batted right-handed. I have seen the card with him batting right-handed. So I don't know if that card was a different issue or if there's 2 versions of this particular strip card issue. Now, I don't really follow all the different strip card issues as far as remembering all the numbers and everything. So I'm not quite sure, but there is a version of him batting correctly. And this is a great Eddie Collins. And I love this one. This is Casey Stengel, and this has 2 different versions. One is he's with Brooklyn, and of course I had to get the one that shows him with the Pittsburgh Pirates. And what's cool about him coming to the Pirates is probably the best game he ever played was when he was a rookie. I think it was his first game ever. And he played against the Pirates and absolutely killed them. It was like the best game he ever played. And Adolfo Loke. And here's Babe Adams. I just love these strip cards. One of the beautiful things about strip cards and cutout cards is, man, you don't have to obsess over the grades so much. These are old cards. Here's a Grantham for the Pirates. Pretty good ball player, but he didn't have a long career. George Grantham. And I have these. Here's Max Carey. These are blank back strip cards. A couple of different issues here, I believe. I don't think these are from this. Oh, they might be from the same set. Babe Adams. Eddie Cicotti. I've had these. Man, I've had these as long as I can remember. Big Ed Walsh. Of course, the last man to win 40 games. Has a super low ERA lifetime, too. Does he have the lowest in the modern era? Can't remember if it's the lowest, but so the little tidbit I want to share with you, and I'm going to post a link to this TV show in the description. When I was little, and this is what started my fascination with 1958 Topps baseball cards. This is where I really fell in love with that set. There was an old TV show, and it was called Hart to Hart, and I always remembered this episode. They had an episode, and it was in the early days when baseball cards just started to be worth something. And I'm looking at this TV show. I watched the whole thing yesterday. I sent it to some other YouTube friends to watch, and some of them remembered it. Well, George, Diamond Yard Sports Yards, remembered it. I think he may be the only one. But what's interesting is I don't remember these cards being worth as much as they were in this TV episode. And it's essentially like a kid inherits his dad's baseball cards, and his dad was broke, and the wife got nothing. And it was a suitcase filled with loose baseball cards the way we used to keep them back then. And they're just throwing them all in this thing. And so Hart, I forget his first name in the show, but he calls up a sports dealer, and he's like, I have these cards, and they're all in mint condition. And I'm just laughing because they're off-centered, the corners are worn, they're in a suitcase, they're obviously not mint condition. And he's telling them they're worth all these couple $100,000 or something. But we've been having this debate on when the rookie card thing hit, when it really hit. And a lot of us have a recollection of 1981 being the first time that you really heard the term rookie card, or that you chased rookie cards. There was Tim Raines, there was Mookie Wilson, Tony Pena, Fernando Valenzuela, those cards. And of course, Joe Charbonneau had his own rookie card. And that was really the first year that I really remember that term, although they didn't seem to carry a whole lot more value. And then it seemed to really explode with the Don Mattingly. And so a lot of us are going back and forth and commenting because we have recollections, right? And those recollections may not be accurate. I don't know. But that's, I do definitely remember when the rookie card thing started, because it was very surprising to me, because at that time, when I was little, I used to like to collect the last player's card, because I thought that's the last chance you have to get their card. They'll never have another Topps card. So I wanted their last card. And when the rookie card thing came, I was like, wow, that's the opposite of what I was doing. So I remember it distinctly. But my point is, I have a little proof. This TV show, it was in season 3, and it aired in 1982. And he makes one little mention of having Hank Aaron's rookie card. He doesn't talk about anybody else's rookie card or anything like that, but he does say he has a Hank Aaron rookie card. So in 1982, that means that was already a designation of a card. So it proves that, that's at least 82. And we might be right about 81, because this was the following year. So anyway, little tidbit, but you can check it out. What's funny is that they're flipping for these cards, and they're all loose, and they have like all these great old 50s cards and everything, and they're holding them up against the wall, and they're just letting them fall. And you're going to cringe when you see how these cards are manhandled. But I want you to watch closely when they're flipping. And his wife's handing him cards. And so they have a bunch of 1982 cards that he practiced with, because this is the year this came out. So they have the 82 Topps. And then when he goes with the big cards, so he practices with the modern 82 cards. But there's one scene where she hands him a 1982 Topps, and then you see the next scene is him putting it up on the wall, and it's a 1958 Mickey Mantle. And it's kind of funny because you could clearly see it's a 1982 card she's handing him. But I remember this episode. It has always stuck with me throughout my whole life. I did look it up a few years back, and I found a little scene of it. But this is the entire episode. And if you love baseball cards, especially if you're from that era and you haven't seen this episode, or if you saw it when you were little and want to watch it again, it's a great episode. So that's what I have for you. Pepino left me high and dry. I had to get my fix on the internet. You know, you ever do that? You have a date end early and you go try to find another date? I mean, I would never do that, but I suspect maybe some of you have. So anyway, thanks for watching.